It's a sunny Tuesday morning and we are off to the boat. Hello there.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
I've lost my pencil.
Right. Are you excited about going to the boat?
Yes, but I need a pencil.
Right, go find a pencil. So, how are we doing?
We're halfway through.
Halfway through, and just
Done one side.
let's just have a quick look at some of the beautiful wood.
These are frames into which we are going to fit these pieces of wood.
Lovely yellow pieces of wood.
They'll fit in like that.
Oh yeah, yes. Look at that.
Because we don't want to staple them directly to the wall, because then your wood can't expand and contract.
It's called floating panels, isn't it?
Yes.
At least that was what Boat Builder Man said when they explained it to us.
Yes.
How do you feel about how we're doing?
I'm much happier now we're actually doing stuff at the boat instead of like endlessly preparing materials.
Because we've been doing that for a while, haven't we?
It's just gone on forever. But we are almost done now. We just have one last batch of wood really to do. Oh no, 2 batches of wood.
Yeah.
And then we can actually just like get on and do all the lining out at once. I just want it to be over. There's still so much to do. It's still in undercoat and it's got some big drips down it. It looks terrible from that side.
Ignore that. Ignore that.
I think over the next week I will start to feel a lot more optimistic and sort of, yes, we're making progress, because we've got a lot of things scheduled for the next week or so. If we can get the rest of the wood on, it might be like what, 2-3 days work to get all of the oak in place, like the ducting and everything, and the frames. We've got some copper radiator piping to put in the ducting at the bottom. Then we can actually just line out. I mean, that might happen as soon as next week, or maybe the week after.
I mean, for clarification, I'm concerned about actually putting a date on it, really. Just because we've thrown dates around before and they were wrong. They were very wrong, because I guess one thing that this has taught me is that stuff like this, it's going to take as long as it takes. Would you agree with this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I knew, like, we were hoping we'd have it done in a year, but...
Which was very optimistic, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, but like they say, it takes like 2,000 hours or something if you're an amateur doing a boat.
Yes, I remember.
1,000 for a professional, 2,000 for an amateur.
I remember you dropping that number and being a bit concerned.
And like, based on the calculation of how much we were doing, because we have to, fit the rest of our lives around this as well, it was going to take 2 years. It is going to come together very quickly though. Yeah. And it will be awesome when it does. There aren't that many jobs apart from the lining out before we can actually get on. It's just we've got a few awkward jobs. We've got to drill a hole in the boat roof and install the stove and put in some plumbing. Yeah, and the solar. We've got to put wires into the solar. Yeah, well, at least some ducting in before we can put the roof up. Okay, overall,
You're feeling optimistic. You're feeling kind of. I mean, because I know there's lots of fiddly jobs to go, isn't there? But are you feeling like you can almost see the light at the end of the tunnel?
Almost.
It's not quite there yet, is it?
Yeah, I think when we get the piping in for the radiators, that will be a sort of a big thing, because once we've done that, we can basically start doing a lot of the lining out. It's just there's that hurdle to get over, and I know nothing about like how to do copper piping. It's like I could do all of the plastic piping, that's dead easy, but I just
Well,
I've got to do some research on it, how it fits together, whether you have to like, I don't know, put special compound in, whether it needs soldering or it's just compression joints or.
we will find out all these things, and I'm sure it will be very enlightening. But we're going to get there, and it's going to be awesome when we do actually get there. Give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Optimism achieved.
Pulling splinters out my fingers.
Been a lot of that kind of thing, hasn't there? How are you feeling like it's gone? Okay, so the important question now is what's next on the list?
Building the rest of the ducting at the bottom, and we actually need to put the pipes in before we can actually build that.
Yes.
So that is the next thing.
Adventure.